Your prelims, section C, section C, question 6, part C. Okay, for 4 marks, you're asked to explain the effects of irrigation on farmlands. Okay, most of you are able to tell me what's irrigation, all right, some ideas of irrigation, but the effects is where it gets a bit confusing. Okay, there's missing in between steps lah. All right, now, first things first. Okay, what are the effects of excessive irrigation? You have already learned that there is salinization, that means the soil contains more and more salts, and there is waterlogging. Okay, so you must show me this, probably 1 mark, then 1 mark, then you must show me how excessive irrigation leads to this. Okay, so let's unpack. Salinization means that there's excessive salt concentration, so this is the one that's here. Okay, and then if waterlogging means there's too much water. Okay, and then how does it affect farmland? It of course cause there's not enough oxygen in the soil as a result, and the crops will die off. Okay, then the rest is about how it then how does it affect farmland. Well, crops can be reduced because the crops cannot grow well. Okay, then also the rest is about how irrigation leads to these things lah. All right, so there's multiple ways you can talk about it. Some of you said that because groundwater, too much irrigation, the groundwater, so let me just put it in diagram, easier to see. Okay, let me just remove this. Okay, yeah. All right, so what do you mean by, so let's say this is the ground. Oops, let me just change the color. This is the ground, this underground. Okay, so you put water, you put water here. So groundwater, there are layers of groundwater where there is a lot of minerals already. So you keep pouring water in, it accumulates and draws it to the surface until it reaches the plants, until it reaches the crops, and brought along all these salts and minerals there. Okay, and then when this water evaporates, it will leave the salts and mineral behind, and if it keeps repeating, what happens is that the soil over here will have too much salts, and then the plants cannot grow properly anymore. Okay, another way is that this is the surface, this underground. All right, you bring in, you irrigate the land. All right, and a lot of times irrigated water they can't take from dam up rivers, or they take from groundwater, which has already have a lot of salts and minerals. So they irrigate, the water goes into the soil over here, dries up, leave behind salts. Okay, and then second round, pour in, irrigate, dry up, leave behind even more salt. Then keep repeating the process, more and more salt, more and more salt, until this whole farmland becomes too salinized. Okay, so this is the thing you need to take note of. Some of you are not very clear about salinization. Some of you are going to talk about desalination, changing seawater into fresh water. You have missed the point of the question. Okay,